Hello, resetters. Happy day 3. I'm so proud of you already for all of your posts, your shares, all the ways you're showing up for yourself. So please acknowledge that. I know it's not easy to make change in your life, especially if you've got a lot going on, which I'm sure most of you do. So just to honor yourself for up-leveling, for making yourself a priority. And keep going, keep going. So today, what to expect. So day 3 can be similar to day 2 as far as maybe starting to feel some sugar withdrawal, some carb withdrawal, totally dependent on if you were eating a lot of those before the reset. So it's just totally normal. And to refer to yesterday's email and video around the tips for sugar withdrawal. So real quick recap, drinking a ton of water, taking rest when you need it, being easy on yourself because it's normal and it will pass. So remembering it's temporary. If you are experiencing really harsh symptoms, maybe it's like super fatigued, really bad headache, I would definitely invite you to drink water and eat some maybe additional real food carbs like sweet potatoes, fruit, just so that, versus like reaching for an ibuprofen or something. Because a lot of this is around gut health. This reset is restoring your gut. Ibuprofen is not going to help that. It can be very inflammatory to the gut. So to avoid taking Advil at all, as much as you can, and focus on these other tools to just ride this detox. Your body's detoxing not only of sugar, but also a lot of these inflammatory foods. So allow, and breathe. And then the other tip is if you're feeling hungry, that I don't want you to feel hungry. So add in more protein, add in more healthy fat. So that was yesterday. Anyways, today, what our topic is the concept of adaptation energy. So I wrote it out in the email this morning, but I want to explain it here. So what adaptation energy is basically you come into the day with a certain amount of energy. So based on what's going on in your life, how well you slept, what did you eat yesterday, like all of these factors matter. And so you wake up, say you're like at 72% this morning of your adaptation energy. Well, then everything in your day, everything that is not completely routine, it takes adaptation. So any stressor, anything that comes your way, maybe your tire blows out, maybe something unexpected happened at work, that all drains energy. And so our ability to adapt and be resilient to things is directly correlated with the energy we have in our adaptation energy bucket. So if you've ever experienced like days where you're just on and you feel amazing and like stuff happens and it's kind of like water off a duck's back, like it just doesn't phase you, you just kind of deal with it and move through it and it's easy. And then I know for myself, having days where I am depleted, maybe emotionally depleted, physically depleted, and then even the smallest things just feel like I'm gonna break down and cry. Like, you go to like the grocery store, they don't have your salad dressing, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I can't handle this. So that's because the energy bucket is so low that any little hit, it's like everything feels hard. It feels like just very draining. And so we want to be operating at the place where we can just take on the world. That anything that comes our way, we are just rocking it. And how do we do that is paying attention to where we're at in our energy bucket. And when we start to get low, to pause, to restore, refill. And how do we do that? Well, one of the biggest things is with nutrition. That's going to be one of the biggest ways that's going to drain your bucket. And I often tell people digestion is one of the most energy depleting processes in the body. It takes a lot of energy to digest food. And so we want to be eating foods that are easy on our digestion, not a ton of gluten and a ton of things that our body's like, what is this? We don't even know how to digest this, all these frankenfoods and the blood sugar hits. Like that takes such a huge toll on your energy levels. And so to be able to realize that food is energy, and that's what I know many of us have heard this, but like viscerally understanding that every bite you take is literally either draining you or it's lifting you up. So it's like, what do you want for yourself? And I think what helped me so much was not shaming myself in a decision, not you can't eat donuts, like guilt. It's like, I can eat all the donuts I want. I can eat this entire box of donuts and just giving myself that permission and just being like, but what is that gonna do? I'm gonna feel like garbage. It's draining my bucket, that energy that I wanna be able to take on the world, that I wanna go after my projects and try new things. That takes energy. Change takes energy. If I'm eating garbage, I'm not gonna have energy for change. I'm not gonna have energy for growth. I'm not gonna have energy for anything that comes my way during today. And so realizing that food was a direct correlation was like, okay, well, how do I wanna feel? I wanna feel awesome. I wanna feel energized. So I'm choosing foods that go with that intention. And so in other ways for adaptation energy bucket is just noticing things during your day that other ways of draining. You know, this isn't just food too. It's also, are you watching the news? How does that make you feel after you watch it? How does it make you feel after maybe gossiping? Maybe it feels good in the moment, but then it's like really it's an energy drainer. Or like maybe certain relationships in your life of people that aren't serving your highest good, and to be able to start kind of backing away, you know, less time with those people, and then intending more time surrounding yourself with people who are growth-minded, who you interact with and you feel lighter after. Our body tells us when things are giving us energy or depleting our energy. So it's just paying attention and noticing, how did I feel after that interaction? How did I feel after, that workout? Sometimes we get so stuck in a regimen, like I need to work out 5 times a week. I need to do HIIT workouts every day. Well, that may not be the best thing for your body at the moment. Maybe you're super tired and depleted, and that's actually burning your adrenals. Or maybe it's like, yeah, you feel good and a HIIT workout is going to make you feel even better. And so doing that, because that's going to add to your energy bucket. So it's very unique to you. It's very unique to the current state you're at in this present moment. So being honest with yourself and just paying attention. Paying attention. What are my energizers? What things can I add to my plate that are going to energize me? And then noticing, what are my drainers? What are the things that suck me dry? How can I reduce those? Or at least balance them with more energizing activities, energizing thoughts. And that's also paying attention to your mindset. Noticing the thoughts through your day that telling you you're not good enough, or that you're any low energy thought, and just redirect to your higher energy thoughts. How can you fuel yourself with better affirmations like we did this morning? Thank you for sharing your affirmations. They're lighting me up. So come into that. And so just, I guess, theme for today, notice where your energy bucket is and ask yourself, like, how can I replenish? How can I add to my energy so I can adapt to this world, so I can step into my most powerful self? And really pay attention to how you feel after you eat. And this is one thing that helped me so much. I used to overeat. Even if I was eating healthy foods, I used to just overeat and binge, because food was pleasure. Food is comfort and distraction, and it just feels good. even if it's healthy, but it was like this overeating. And I realized that was draining my energy, because I'd be done and I'd be like, ugh, now I want to go take a nap. It's like, that's not what I want to feel. I want to feel light and excited. And so it's starting to really value that, changing my value system to that instant pleasure versus the energy. So just play with that today. Pay attention to how you feel and choose for your best self. Come back to those votes. Every choice is a vote for your best self. So I love you guys. You're doing awesome. Fill your buckets today, and let me know if you need anything at all. I am here for you. Bye.